We're so excited to have finally attended a DVC Moonlight Magic event. In order to get tickets to Moonlight Magic at one of the theme parks, eligible DVC members have to join an online queue that is like a lottery system, and when the site goes live, if you get lucky, your number is low enough to where you can reserve a spot for yourself and up to 4 guests. This was the first time for us that our place in line wasn't in the thousands. We talked to other members at the annual DVC member meeting in December last year, and they told us that they'd been trying to get into Moonlight Magic for years and haven't yet won the quote-unquote lottery. Since we'd never attended one of these events before, we wanted to get our wristbands, schedule, and snack tickets early in order to plan out our evening. Even though we were told that the event wasn't starting until 10 p.m., thankfully there was an early check-in point inside of Epcot at 4 p.m. at the DVC kiosk in the World Celebration area. It wasn't very busy at around 4:45 p.m., and the cast members who checked us in were very friendly and efficient.
There we go. Look at that. Party of 2. Come on in. Just the 2 of you, right?
Yes.
Okay, what I'm going to have you do is step over this way. We're going to get some wristbands on you. And we're also going to get your... Oh, right here. Aiden's actually got going to do your wristbands for you. Once he's done, you're going to go ahead and advance for Monique over here. She's got some certificates and snacks for you.
Great.
Have a great night.
Come on over. Come on down.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that just proves you
Here's a closer look at the snack certificates and schedule. After looking everything over, we were excited to see that we could use the snack certificates at some of the Festival of the Arts booths. So we went over to the guest experience kiosk next to this Festival of the Arts sign at the World Showcase entrance. There we grabbed a festival passport in order to cross-reference with the festival food studios listed on the Moonlight Magic flyer. You might also want to consider grabbing an Epcot map. We're pretty familiar with Epcot, but we had no idea the area in front of Spaceship Earth was called World Celebration. At this point, we headed back to our room. I should mention here that not only had we lucked out with being able to get a reservation for Moonlight Magic, we were also able to use our DVC points to reserve a pretty last-minute Boardwalk Villas room for the night. That almost never happens, so we felt doubly lucky. We went back into Epcot at 6:30 p.m. because that's when we could start redeeming our snack tickets. If you or your guests aren't park ticket holders, then your entry time was 7 p.m. for the event, and we saw people lined up outside of the park. But I heard the cast members saying they would let people in earlier as we walked in. It was dark out by the time we made it to the start of World Showcase. We passed on Pop Eats, the Deconstructed Dish, and the Refreshment Port, which are all located in the same area. Even though we planned on eating the free ice cream at 10 p.m., we couldn't help but get the Valrhona chocolate mousse cake and ice cream at Deco Delights. The cake was more spongy than expected, but it was delicious. We would get this again. Next, we tried the wild mushroom risotto at Gourmet Landscapes near Canada. I'm glad we didn't pay for this one. It tasted fine, but was overpriced. We weren't really tempted by anything at Tangerine Cafe in Morocco. The line was too long at Vibrante and Vivito, and we decided to skip the artist's table in America too. So our next stop was Pastoral Palette in Germany, where we decided to try the beef short rib. We really liked this a lot, although I thought pureed potatoes would have complemented the beef better than the parsnips, and I would ask for no balsamic if I get this again. Our next stop was the Refreshment Outpost, and we were tempted to get a Dole Whip, but we couldn't justify another dessert with free ice cream coming soon. We still had plenty of time left to get to all of the festival food studios before they closed at 9 p.m., so we decided to stop in Norway at the Kringle Bakery next. A cast member was kind enough to answer our questions about what was included in Moonlight Magic.
Hello. Can you tell us what is available for the DVC membership manager?
Do you have the tickets right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be all the pastries.
Oh, any of the pastries, even the pretzel too. Okay. Okay, thanks. All the pastries? Good. Great. Okay, thank you.
We ended up thinking ahead and getting an almond pretzel for breakfast in the morning. If you've been keeping track, we're down to our last 2 snack tickets now. We made our way over to take a look at Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey, but we knew we wouldn't be getting anything there. At this point, we weren't looking for any more sweet treats, even though the thought of taking home the little plastic Figment cup that the grape smoothie came in was tempting. The final 2 festival food studios where we could use our snack tickets were the Craftsman's Courtyard and Moderne, and they were located close to each other by the Creation Shop. We weren't tempted by anything at Moderne, but we used our 5th snack ticket for the Beef Wellington at the Craftsman's Courtyard. We probably should have just gotten 2 of these because it was delicious, but we were saving one of our snack tickets for something later in the evening. At this point it was 9 p.m. and the non-ticketed event day at Epcot was ending. Since we still had an hour to wait for ice cream, we decided to check out the 2 places accepting snack tickets that were open until 10 p.m. The first was Sunshine Seasons over in the Land. A cast member was kind enough to tell us what was included.
Hello. Which items can you get with the snack coupon?
You can get anything in the bakery or in the desserts, and you can get pretty much everything in the grab and go except for the salads and the sandwiches, and you cannot grab anything alcoholic.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, but all the bakery items we could
Yes.
get. Okay,
They
thank
are all
you.
included.
Then we walked back over to the Connections Eatery. A cast member was stationed near the menus to help DVC members understand which options were available.
So anything in that like side box and anything in that dessert box.
Okay, sides and desserts.
Yeah, sides
Okay.
and desserts and then drinks. So
Okay.
water bottle, fountain pop, the watermelon margarita.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
That's it for the first half of the really wonderful time we had at our very first Moonlight Magic event. Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to our channel to see part 2 of our experience at the February 8th, 2023 Moonlight Magic event at Epcot.